Marvel fans, buckle up. We got to talk about brand new indicators of RDJ Doctor Doom's plan for Secret Wars. So we got to talk about this new scoop from an insider, but also there's context here. There are other things that people have been saying which make me believe that this is not so much a question of what, it is more a question of who. So what am I even talking about? I'm talking about this tweet here by My Time to Shine Hello. She says, Doctor Doom will have the same goal he had in the Secret Wars comic. And by the way, that's my new Twitter down there. The guy that says that's a W, that's me. Go follow him. He's real chill. Okay, so what does this mean? A lot of people have been talking about this. A lot of people confused as to what Shine is exactly referring to here. I think she is obviously referring to the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars and Doctor Doom's whole plan that's set up to him taking over all of the multiverse, basically shoving everything into Battleworld and trying to save everybody that way. Now, the other thing that's really crazy about this is this almost directly answers a question that I asked in a recent video. In one of the videos that I recently did, I talked about what Doctor Doom's goal was going to be. Now, Shine has already hinted that his goal is to actually consolidate the multiverse. He thinks the only way that he can save the multiverse is to consolidate it into a single universe, probably because incursions, which is two different universes colliding into each other, that is what's destroying everything. So if he streamlines it all, then there's no more incursion. But when I was making that point, I also said, well, why does he even want to do this? Does he feel like it's all a false reality? Is he motivated by something that happened to him personally? Or is it like the Secret Wars comic where he becomes aware of this big problem and then is doing what he's doing to try to save the multiverse? But here's the thing. Everybody's getting caught up on the simplicity of this idea. They're like, okay, so Doctor Doom's going to figure out that the multiverse is being destroyed and he's going to want to fix it. He's going to want to save it. This is his plan. Pretty simple stuff. We got it figured out. I don't think that's actually what she's talking about here, because if you really think about what the goal for Doctor Doom was in Jonathan Hickman's story, it was not just to save the multiverse, it was to liberate the multiverse from the control of the Beyonders. Doom realizes that the Beyonders are treating all of reality like a petri dish. It's all an experiment to them, and they also have placed things within realities to be able to eliminate this experiment when they basically get bored. Let me tell you like exactly what happens in comics, because I think that'll give you like a really good framework, and then I'll wrap up with like making the point about the Beyonders and some of the other scoopers and how they've been hinting at this as well. So in the very first issue of the New Avengers comic book, which launches Hickman's whole run of Avengers, New Avengers, which both lead to his Secret Wars big mega event, there is an incursion, and it happens in Wakanda, and that instantly gets a lot of people involved, including T'Challa, the Black Panther, the Illuminati, etc. But in the very next issue, there is another incursion, and this one happens in Latveria. They all go to Latveria, and they stop the incursion, and Doctor Doom's like, what the f was that, Reed, you mother... Yeah, they don't like each other, right? So, like, he's antagonistic. He's also Doctor Doom. He's kind of got a grumpy side. And this sends Doctor Doom on an entire journey of trying to figure out what is going on in the multiverse and how he can stop it. He literally discovers the Beyonder and the power of the Beyonder in Owen Reese. That is what happens. Doom sees an incursion, figures out something's going on. He's like, dude, that Reed Richards is up to something. I know it. He then discovers that Owen Reese himself is actually having all the Beyonder energy. Like, he's a lot like the Beyonders. He's essentially a bomb that the Beyonders have placed into every reality out there. But Doom also discovers that the Beyonders are linear. They don't go back in time or forward in time. They are forever in the present, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that, like, they created everything. So Doctor Doom then goes back in time and kills Owen Reese. And by doing this, he has essentially eliminated the Beyonder's ability to blow up the entire multiverse all at once. But instead, a backup program goes in, and that is the incursion. So essentially, think of it like this. The Beyonders had a plan to be able to destroy the entire multiverse like that. Doom goes back in time and removes one of their bombs, aka Owen Reese, so then the Beyonders have no way to destroy it all at once. And so instead, the backup plan happens and incursions start happening. So it's like the multiverse, and they could just blow it all up. Doom removes one little part of the bomb, so then it starts blowing up slowly, like getting like less and less universes. Doom then makes up a religion in which he is God, or Rabam Allah, the Great Destroyer, this incredible force within the multiverse. And with this new religion, and with the title of Rabam Allah, and with the powers of Doctor Doom, he goes around the multiverse and starts collecting Owen Reese's. He's taking all the bombs that are left from those universes and he's storing them outside of time and space. And then he eventually uses all of those Owen Reese's to blow up the Beyonders. He goes to where the Beyonders are. They show up and they're like, Doom, you ain't shit, bro. We're about to wipe the entire multiverse out of here. Fuck you, Doom. And Doom's like, oh yeah, well, I got all of your boys, Owen Reese, I got them right here. I'm gonna throw them into your face right now. And then they explode and inadvertently destroy most of what's left of the multiverse. And Doom's like, ah, shit, I kind of fucked that up. But still, we got him. We got him. Doom then takes all the power of the Beyonders, puts it in a singular Owen Reese so that he can use it as a battery. And then he takes what's left of the multiverse and forms Battleworld. Okay, so back to the scoop here, back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have been asking ourselves, will the Beyonders or the Beyonder still have a role in what they're doing with Secret Wars? And this is because there was a plan for Kang to actually get the powers of the Beyonder and return as like the Beyonder, and he was going to form Secret Wars, Battleworld, and all that. They have obviously gone away from that because Kang is just done. They're not even going to talk about Kang anymore. At least I don't think so. So we were like, okay, is the Beyonder still going to be in this thing, though? Are the Beyonders still going to be in this thing? Well, there was a little hint dropped by Alex Perez a couple of weeks ago where he essentially said that the Future Foundation will be studying the multiverse and beyond, which to me heavily implies that the Beyonders and the Beyondverse are still going to be a thing in the MCU. And so I think when we get into the Fantastic Four film, we will know that there's an incursion that happened. Victor likely witnessed it just like he did in Jonathan Hickman's comics. Then he leaves. He goes to become Rabam Allah, the Great Destroyer, build up a religion, build up all this crazy force out there in the multiverse, which is why he will not be a big part of the actual Fantastic Four movie. And I think this also implies that the Beyonders will be a part of this thing as well, that the motivation for Doom will basically be that there are these beings beyond everything we know in the universe, and they are treating the multiverse like their toy, like their experiment. And some of the things that are false about reality, some of the weird things that are going on there are because of the Beyonders. At this point, I am 100% convinced that this will be a plot point in the new Fantastic Four movie. They are going to set up the concept of the Beyondverse, of the Beyonders, and I think this may even be explained by Galactus. Like, Galactus might be this big cosmic friggin' exposition machine that explains what's happening in the multiverse, the incursions, and the Beyonders. Maybe that's even why Galactus targets Franklin Richards, because Franklin Richards has crazy reality warping abilities. Then he might very well have a connection to the Beyondverse and to the Beyonders. I'm not saying that that is actually what happens in Marvel Comics, but Franklin Richards does have a very similar power set to the actual Molecule Man, reality warping, like being able to create universes, like crazy levels of power. So I think that might connect to the Beyonders. Now, obviously, this is going to be different because we don't have a Molecule Man in the MCU. Some people think Wanda Maximoff could be the Molecule Man, which would be kind of a crazy twist on what they did in the Secret Wars comic, especially if they link it to what they are apparently planning with Wanda, with her being the lover of Doctor Doom. It could also be the anchor beings. Like, maybe that's what's going on, is the anchor beings are the basic ending thing, that would probably make a little bit more sense. Maybe it's just as simple as Doctor Doom going around to the different anchor beings and like absorbing their beyond-verse energy to tap into that crazy power. There's still a lot we don't know. There's still a lot that we can speculate on and make theories about, but I really do think that these comments by Shine, when combined with some of the reports from Alex, which are basically teases, right? Alex is just teasing the Beyond verse, but I definitely think this is what they're going to do with Doctor Doom. Because when you think about the teases, you think about the plan for Kang becoming the Beyonder, and you think about this comment by Shine saying it's going to be just like it was in the comic book. I really think that's going to be Doctor Doom understanding about the Beyonders, perhaps even via an incursion early on in the Fantastic Four movie. Then he leaves, he goes and starts the religion, becomes Rabbam Allah, seeks out all the anchor beings or whatever, and forms a plan to destroy the Beyonders and take their power. I think this also means that once he gets this power and becomes God Emperor Doom, he will be in the white cloaks and the white hood and just look like God Emperor Doom from the friggin' Jonathan Hickman 2015 Secret Wars. That shit's gonna be awesome to see. Of course, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.